Tyson Fury is back, again. 16 months off, another retirement announcement. And now, on the 11th of April at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, he returns to a boxing ring for the first time since Oleksandr Usyk beat him. For the second time, in December 2024. The question isn't whether Fury can beat Arslanbek Makhmudov. He almost certainly can. The question is what version of Tyson Fury turns up, and whether wasting another 16 months of a career that's already running out of road was worth it. Welcome to the final bell. Let's talk about it. This is the headline fight at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, live globally on Netflix, the first major UK boxing event on the platform. The Ring magazine are promoting. No world title on the line, because Fury doesn't have one. 10 rounds, heavyweight, and a card that also features Conor Benn versus Regis Prograis in the co-main event. Let's be clear about what this fight is. It is a comeback fight. It is designed to get Fury's hand raised, get him rounds, get him sharp, and set up either a third fight with Usyk or, the one British boxing has been waiting nearly a decade for, Anthony Joshua. That is the commercial reality. Makhmudov is here to provide a credible threat without being an insurmountable one. Whether he sticks to that script is another matter entirely. Tyson Fury, 37 years old, 34 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 24 knockouts, orthodox, 6'9", a man whose career, when you step back and look at it honestly, has been one of the most extraordinary and most frustrating in British boxing history. At his best, and we saw it against Wilder, against Klitschko, in flashes against Usyk the first time, there is nobody in the heavyweight division who can touch him. The footwork, the size, the jab, the defense, the ability to make enormous men look small and slow. It is a genuinely unique skill set. His father John came out this week and said he's past his best. Fury fired back and said he's the same fighter he's always been. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle, and we won't know which version shows up until the bell rings. Here is the uncomfortable reality that nobody around the Fury camp wants to say out loud. His last genuine, convincing win over a credible opponent was Derek Chisora in December 2022. That is over 3 years ago. And it was Derek Chisora, a man Fury had already beaten twice before, comfortably, a fighter well past his prime. Since then, he has lost twice to Usyk, been knocked down by Ngannou, and spent more time announcing retirements on Instagram than he has spent in a boxing ring. The ring rust question is serious. He has had 16 months off. Before that, he was inactive for long stretches too. When Fury fights regularly and stays sharp, he is elite. When he drifts, mentally, physically, professionally, the version that turns up can be alarmingly ordinary. Saturday will tell us which one we're getting. Arslanbek Makhmudov, 36 years old, 21-2, 19 stoppages, 13 of them in the first round. Born in Mozdok, Russia, based in Montreal, Canada, nicknamed the Lion, and genuinely dangerous. His record demands respect, even if his opposition doesn't always. He has a 90% stoppage rate. He is 6'5" and carries real, serious heavyweight power in both hands. But here is what the record also tells you. Ajit Kabayel, now the WBC interim heavyweight champion, stopped him in 4 rounds in December 2023. Knocked him down 3 times. Kabayel's movement and body shots completely dismantled Makhmudov, who has a tendency to lunge forward, throw himself off balance, and leave himself open to counters when his initial aggression doesn't land. Guido Vianello stopped him too, in 8 rounds, when a badly swollen eye forced the ringside doctor to call it. Dave Allen gave him problems over 12 rounds in Sheffield last October. Allen is a lovely man and a fan favorite, but he is not a world-class fighter. The fact that Makhmudov couldn't get rid of him, and was deducted points twice for holding, tells you something important. He is crude. He is powerful. He is not a sophisticated boxer. And against a fully engaged, fully prepared Tyson Fury, that should be a significant problem. 3 things that decide this fight. First, distance. Makhmudov needs to get inside. Fury needs to keep him on the end of the jab and make him walk onto counters. When Fury controls distance, he is almost impossible to hit cleanly by someone with Makhmudov's style. The jab alone should be enough to frustrate a forward-pressing slugger all night. The danger is if Fury allows the fight to become a brawl, which brings us to point 2. Second, Fury's tendency to fight down to his opponent's level. This is the most persistent criticism of his career, and it is entirely valid. He has done it against Chisora, he did it to some extent against Wilder in the third fight, and it cost him dearly against Ngannou when he nearly got knocked out by a man making his professional boxing debut. Makhmudov hits hard enough that if Fury gives him room to load up, something can go wrong. A Fury who boxes is untouchable. A Fury who brawls is vulnerable. Which one shows up matters enormously. Third, Fury's conditioning after 16 months away. He says he's in great shape. He always says he's in great shape. The proof is in the later rounds. If this fight goes past 6, we'll get a read on how sharp he genuinely is. If it ends early, we'll be having the same conversation about Fury's readiness that we've been having for 3 years. My prediction, and I want to be straightforward about something first. Makhmudov is a bigger threat than the general consensus is giving him credit for. The two men who beat him, Caballel and Vianello, are both technically sound fighters who moved well and targeted the body. Tyson Fury is an infinitely better version of both of those. If Fury is switched on, this is not a competitive fight. But this is Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury, in a low-stakes comeback fight, 16 months out of the ring, against an opponent he is expected to dismiss comfortably. That is precisely the scenario in which Fury has historically made things harder than they need to be. The most likely outcome is Fury boxing intelligently for the first 4 or 5 rounds, establishing the jab, keeping Makhmudov at range, and then finding the stoppage in the middle rounds as the body of work accumulates and Makhmudov's aggression starts to tire him out. The same blueprint that Caballel used, but executed by a far superior heavyweight. My call, Fury by TKO, round 6. But I wouldn't be shocked by a Fury points win that leaves everyone slightly underwhelmed, and I wouldn't completely rule out Makhmudov landing something significant if Fury gets careless. The caveat, as it always is with Fury, is that version matters more than matchup. That is the final bell prediction. Drop yours in the comments, and I'll see you on the 11th of April.